The Walking Dead is a reality, and I'm about to break it down for you. Every day that you wake up, you know that you live in a fucked up world. You know that there's people out there that'll kill you, reckless drivers, the court system, the government. Like, all of these people are against you. Especially, and this is really us as black men for the most part, too. We really have everything against us. And we got to start operating as if all of these people are zombies. And just like on The Walking Dead, the reason why you start seeing zombies less in The Walking Dead as the season start progressing and moving forward is because they understood that we got to start working around these things. We can't keep letting these things stress us out and scare us every single time. We understand what we're living in, and we can't destroy them all. So we got to learn how to work around them until they all get destroyed. We can't keep turning into zombies or keep creating more zombies, right? So, in the concept of a person getting bit and they become infected and they become a zombie, what that is you get bit by the music you listen to, by the movies you watch, the relationships you get in, whether it's bullying as a kid, you're getting bullied. All of these things can turn you into just a brainless individual, that now you become a zombie. Your purpose is cease to exist. Now, there are certain characters on the show that pretty much it was like when they got bit, they still wanted to survive, and they were willing to cut off whatever limb in order to keep surviving and keep rebuilding. The metaphor and the concept for that is you got to cut off certain things, in order to survive. If you've been bitten, so you see women and you just attracted to that ass and that body and everything and they beauty, you got to learn how to properly cut that shit out and cut it off. You know what I'm saying? And be like, look, like, I'm not about to fall victim to the next ass that walk past me. I'm not about to fall victim to the next pretty face. I just got to let that go because I have to survive. When it comes to the music we listen to, we got to learn how to let that go in order to survive. When it comes to certain homies and friends or whatever, they may be fucked up. We got to cut them off in order to survive. Even if it's a brother or a family member, biological brother, which I feel all of us are biological brothers. But, I'm just saying, like, the same mother and father concept, or just the same father or whatever, you got to learn how to probably cut them off. If they dead and they bite you, you have to, you got to cut them off if you want to survive. You can't keep going back and forth with these individuals and stressing yourself out trying to constantly help people that's fucking you over. You can't keep listening to the same music that's playing a role, scientifically making you do shit that you don't think you want to do. Like I said, like for a female, if she constantly listen to twerk music or some shit like that, and music talking about being a hoe and fucking whoever she want to fuck, I don't give a fuck if she's a good girl, a church girl, whatever you want to call it. She's going to become a hoe. She's going to do that shit that song is telling her to do, regardless of who raised her. Once she get bit and she get infected, she's done with. So we have to rebuild, and shout out to Adigun, because he actually kind of stated something like this, Adigun Forest. But that's what we got to do. We have to, we got to rebuild and find women to rebuild with. You know what I'm saying? The right mates to rebuild with. And we got to do like something to like how Pastor Dow has like his own community, to where they cut off from the world in so many ways. That's what we got to do, And the other concept of being a zombie, when they was like, we already got the disease or something like that, it's just a matter of when we die. Like, even if we don't get bitten, if we die, we're going to come back. I look at that as like a mental thing also. It's like if nobody physically affects you, or if you feel like you don't got to cut nothing off, you know what I'm saying? If you're not being active or proactive in the situation that's going on, if you're not, like, just because you're not on child support, you know what I'm saying? Like, or let me put it like this. You're not on child support, so you feel like there's not a reason for you to talk about child support and issues. You're pretty much dead then at that point. You're walking around like a fucking zombie, because Just because you're not going through it doesn't mean you got to be quiet about it. Because all it is the situation's just going to get worse. You know, and that's why I shout out Adigun so much, because he say he don't have no kids, he's not on child support, but yet he stands up and he still fight. He's still a leader. You know what I'm saying? He's not dead. He's not a zombie. You know, we understand this. He understands this world around him and what it can do to him. He understands what child support can do to him, and he's making sure he's fighting to not die. He doesn't have to get infected because he doesn't have to get bit, because he doesn't have a child, but he's definitely making sure he's not going to get bitten, you know. But that's pretty much what that is with the concept of how we as black men, you know, have to look at this world. Like, we got to look at this shit like, dude, everything around us is really against us, right? But we got to operate in it. We can't destroy it all. So just treat it like it's zombies and learn how to walk around it or operate around it.